So you've got a green couch, a vague plan, and an existential crisis about coffee table colors? Relatable. Lucky for you, I live for unsolicited design advice, which is why I created this little series that I got going on. And here's how it works. This is Reddit Room Redesign, where I take a real design dilemma from Reddit and transform their space twice. First, a refined, practical design tailored to the original poster's needs. Then, a creative challenge where I rethink the space under a unique AI-generated constraint. So that's the goal. I hope y'all enjoy. I'm really excited. This is really fun. And it sort of like fed my need to shop because I got to like design spaces rather than buying stuff because I don't need more things right now. The Reddit post says, "This is my living room currently. What colors would you recommend to accent this couch but also brighten up the mood? I'm thinking of a brown lamp in the back corner, then maybe a dark wood coffee table, or maybe a lighter one like white or blue. I don't know, help." This is a classic case of I kind of have a vision, but I also have no idea what I'm doing. And same. Don't take that as an insult because same. So let's break this down piece by piece. Kamu kamu gue muganda. The people that know when it comes to that. All right. So here's where we started. We've got a green couch and a blank canvas. I'm not really feeling the vibe and flow of this room currently, with the couch being backed up right against the entry to what seems like the house. I think that's what that is. The front door. And so here's what I'm thinking. Let's bring this couch off the wall a little bit to create some separation. And then in terms of the space, since the green is already a dominant color in the couch, it takes up most of the space. I think we need more contrast. Warm neutral, soft browns, some textured whites maybe. Keeping things cozy instead of clashing, but also brightening it up with, some pops. A lighter wood could also help the space from feeling not too dark. I usually go for dark woods, but I think a lighter would be nice here. And so I'm thinking we add a shelf situation. Now that we're backed off that wall a little bit, a floating shelf seems nice, right? And what we can do is I want to try to create more division between the couch and the front door entryway because I don't know, it just doesn't feel comfy with all that moving energy behind where you kind of want to sit to relax. So what I'm thinking here is to create some separation between the two spaces so you're not feeling like so much moving energy behind you while you're trying to relax. Add a hanging plant and a hanging lantern, and then anchor the two, hear me out here, with a pop of color in a nice orangey red, burnt orange. I think it's burnt orange. Side table. And I feel like that's gonna look nice. And of course, a textured rug, because if your feet aren't happy, are you really living? Are you at home even? Let me know down below. Here's what I'm thinking. There is this really cute, like asymmetric, I don't know what type of shape this is, but it's not your normal rug, essentially. And it's so cute, but it is on the pricier side. So I would say get a smaller one of that so you don't have to put down a full bag. But if you got the bag, then put down the bag. Go you, go you, friend. But if you don't, that's cool because we can layer it with this other rug that is so gorgeous. And I really just love the texture of this rug. It reminds me of like the East African fabrics or textiles. And I feel like the two together just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So layer those two, and I feel like it will bring in that pop of the reddish orange color a bit more as well, from both rugs. And I feel like the brown in this rug will also tie in with the light brown shelf. Now, I know y'all are looking at that fireplace like, what are you gonna do with that? It is such an eyesore for me. I thought long and hard. I really tried to stop myself from doing this, but I'm just gonna say it. Let's add paneling above the fireplace. I said it. There. Let's add it. It looks good. It looks good. It's kind of leaning into this mid-century vibe that I feel like the space has going on now, and I think it would be a good idea. So, it's gonna be a good idea because I said so. um, I just don't you love it? And also, let's not lie, the best place for a TV is gonna be above the fireplace. They're gonna do it because everyone watches TV and everyone wants a TV in their space, and a frame TV or like just a flat screen that you can add a frame around would look nice. And we cannot avoid it. I'm sorry. Let's just put it up there. End the conversation. We can also add in a coffee table as well as a side table. I know there was this internal debate that the poster had about which color coffee table to go with. I would go with a lighter color one, but I'll take it a step further and recommend that you go for a clear table to keep the space feeling open. And then to give you your dark wood, we can actually do like a dark wood side table that sort of looks interesting and cool, and has some purpose too because it can hold some books. Now, this is personally my favorite part of any design is adding curtains. And this is newer for me. I feel like I really recently got into the value of curtains. Um, but I would love to add some fun curtains here into this space to sort of just add personality. And just, I don't know. I fell in love with these curtains when I saw them. And I was like, oh yeah, most definitely. If you don't agree, fight me in the comments. I'm kidding, don't. I'm scared. I'm shy. Apart from that, I want to add some other lighting. I'm not really sure if that lamp near the door is going to be connected to electricity or going to have like a battery operated lamp. You can totally do that. I'm going with the assumption that it's just going to be purely decorative. And so the poster recommended or didn't recommend. They suggested a brown lamp in the corner. So I'm gonna give them their brown lamp. Best believe I am. Um, and I'm gonna put it in the corner. And so that's what I did. It's sort of this mid-century lamp, floor lamp that looks very similar to a table lamp that I have actually. I do love it. And then I wanted to also add in some task lighting, so I added a cool little retro looking lamp on our dark wood side table. And I'm gonna make it orange to really brighten up the space and continue to make it look and feel youthful along with the curtains. And then leaning into that vibe some more, and sort of pulling in the rug colors that sort of lean into an orangey, pinkish red vibe. I'm gonna add a pink task light within the shelving pointing down towards the couch. And that's gonna be battery operated. I'm forgetting the name of the brand right now, but I'll put everything down below. Um, and yeah, I think that's really just gonna add a few different forms of lighting, layers, and it's just really coming together. As far as the colorway goes, I think it's really leaning into greens as the main color theme, but then browns as a secondary theme to tie everything together, neutralize, but still brightening things up. And then that accent really ties it in and brightens the space up more, keeps it youthful. And then thinking through the entryway some more and creating some separation, I think it would be nice to add a like a blanket or like a small rug even on the back of the sofa to just add that extra like separation. And I think it shouldn't be green. It should kind of be different from the living room vibe, to kind of just create that separation in a way visually, without adding extra clutter. And then let's pull in some of those accent colors onto the couch to really round everything out with some pillows, some throw pillows. And then after that, I would say we're good with this space. Like, I'm pretty happy with this. If I had to change anything, so this is the only photo or like angle that the poster gave their space. But if I were to imagine the wall of the entryway, I would sort of think of it like this. I would put some dark wooden brown credenza or something there that holds shoes. I feel like a shoe cabinet would be really useful and functional. And I love functionality. Um, and then I would add a mirror because I love to look at myself on my way out, and I'm sure you do too. Don't lie, you do. And that's all I'd put there because I don't really know how much space is there. But I feel like you can use this as an inspiration for sure. I also love that the floor lamp and the table lamps and the different coffee tables, side tables, hanging shelves and plants, it all like adds different heights to the space. And we love variety and depth and layers. Who wants to learn about color theory? Me. Let's talk color theory because designing a room isn't just about vibes, it's about science. Enter German philosopher Goethe, a man of many talents. He was also a poet and apparently an expert on why certain colors make us feel things. Goethe believed that green is the most restful color for the human eye. It sits right in the middle of the spectrum, balancing the stimulating energy of yellow and the calming depth of blue. Basically, green is nature's neutral. It's why we find forests so calming and why certain shades of green work so well in interiors. It's a color we're literally wired to find soothing. This is why that green couch had so much potential. The key to making it work is pairing it with tones that enhance its natural harmony. Think warm woods, soft naturals or neutrals, and rich earth tones. Too much contrast and you'll lose the effect. All right, now that we had that. That was easy. It was within our territory, low risk. That was the first one. Now we get to kind of challenge ourselves a bit. So I gave myself a challenge with the help of AI. And I sort of wanted to give myself a challenge, but also broaden my horizons. So I decided, what if I wiped the slate clean and redesign this room based on an AI generated client with specific tastes or needs? And so meet Layla, the cozy minimalist. In terms of her style preferences, she's a minimalist with warm, inviting touches. Scandinavian meets Japandi. She likes soft neutrals but is open to statement colors through a statement piece. So must-haves: a functional coffee table, a small bookshelf for hidden storage solution, and layered lighting, soft lamp lighting, task lightings. She's definitely going to judge you if you have bad lighting. No overhead lighting in Layla's house. She deserves better. Speaking of, instead of working with the green couch, we're scrapping it completely. Layla demands a whole new vibe. Fresh start. Let's build this piece by piece. Kamu kamu gue muganda. So starting off with these shelves, I actually have them in black here, so I would definitely vouch for them. I really did actually I was thinking of getting them in brown for my space, but my desk and this credenza behind me are brown, so I decided it wouldn't really it would sort of clash or it'd be too much brown. So I have them in black. And for Layla, I'm going to recommend them in brown. Maybe even staining them a darker brown than they naturally come. And my reasoning for that will make sense in a bit. But I think they're really nice and you can sort of customize them. I don't know the dimensions of this space at all, but if her space is smaller, she can do what I did, which was I got two of the double shelves and then the middle one is a single one to sort of fit with the space more. And then to sort of, I don't know, just give that fireplace something, like I need to do something. It's just not, it's not my current vibe right now. I say we find a way to, I don't know if it's peel and stick stickers, which would work for me because I don't ever use fireplaces, or like some sort of easy tile situation. Let's make the fireplace like a brown stone, like something rich. And then let's go the extra mile, hear me out, take it up the wall. I said it there. Take it up the wall. I feel like that would add so much drama and really lean into this sort of worldly feel. And Japandi with like the natural textures in the stone. I feel like it would just really work. And then we are not going to deny that there's definitely going to be a TV up here because Layla is a normal person living in 2025. So let's go ahead and put the TV on the damn wall above the fireplace and we will live. You will live, I promise. And then let's get some curtains up there. I went with a neutral curtain here, and I also wanted it to be sheer, just to not add too much weight between the very strong influences of this ceiling to floor fireplace stone moment, and the tall, dark bookshelves. Another thing I like about these bookshelves, by the way, is that it offers closed storage on the bottom, but then you can really decorate the top half where the glass doors show. And I feel like that's a way to also add in more color, life, and livelihood just within your space and make it feel more like you. Onward. I wanted to add this couch. The rich tone of the sofa is like so moody and yet elegant, and it still keeps warmth within the space. It's a, I feel like looking at it again, no measurements for the space, so bear with me here. It looks like a love seat type of situation, so on the smaller end, but I feel like that's what we need actually. And my photoshopping skills are not the best. But just imagine this is like turned around with the chase part sort of facing the door diagonally, and the couch is facing inward towards like the TV and window and such. And it's like this deep sort of like mustard yellow, maybe similar to my hijab actually. Um, and I don't know, I like it. It's a little risky, but I feel like it definitely gives Japandi. Like you can't lie, it gives Japandi. And then let's add in two small chairs in front of the bookshelves because that space is already kind of heavy now that we've added that. But we do want more seating and just sort of different task areas. And then we want to anchor the space with a nice low coffee table. And I want it to be dark wood again. Don't hate me. I know there's a lot of dark in it, this space, but I feel like it looks so like rich and like sophisticated and worldly. And we can add some color now though. In terms of the side table, it's gonna be stone, it's gonna be green, it's gonna be unique because Layla is not settling for a basic IKEA rectangle. And nothing's wrong with IKEA. This is IKEA. I recommended IKEA for this design. It's just not the vibe all the time. You gotta know how to mix and match. Need balance. Um, and so I feel like this table really adds a sort of anchoring energy. It's still smaller, so it doesn't take up too much space, but it works. And then we can further anchor the entire sitting area with a nice rug that pulls in some brighter colors and tones. And then, upon that, I also want to add in some more like side tables, but these can also double as seats, I believe. Um, and it also covers my lack of Photoshop skills, as you can see, but it also divides this area with the entryway, and I think that works in multiple ways, so I love it. It's a happy little accident. And then in terms of lighting, I saw these lamps and I wasn't able to let go of them. So the first one that I saw was this woven one, the floor lamp, and I was immediately, yes, I needed to find a way to have it in this space. Um, and then with the second lamp, this is a concept that I was actually thinking about for my own room. I didn't end up doing it, but I'm gonna do it here because this is where our dreams can come true, you know? So it is a stone base with a woven lampshade that's very triangular, and I feel like it ties into this other lamp that is woven as well, but they sort of contrast each other because this one is very angular, whereas this one is very circular, round, and bubble-like, and I think it's unique, and I love it. And then I feel like we need some greenery, something to sort of liven up the space a bit. So, and also add in that division again, like we did prior with the entryway space and sort of this living area. So I'm gonna put a faux tree right there next to the door. Then we can add some more accents, some more decor to sort of pull in the different colors that we have going on here through different throw pillows and decorations on the table. And then we can also just go ahead and edit in some books into the bookshelf so you can really get a feel for what I'm thinking for this space and what the vibe is once everything is really in it. And then similar to what we did in the first room, we definitely need something going on the other wall because it would be so plain in person if you can imagine. So here's what I want to do. Hear me out. Hear me out. A giant woven tapestry, and then with like a picture light right over it to really highlight it. And then also, I'm gonna say let's put a green runner there. Like, just really just anchor that space, you know, like embrace it. It is an entryway. And then I would just put like a long, low stool. Don't do too much in this one. I feel like we already got plenty of storage space. So yeah, that's what I would do for this one. I think it would look so nice. And I completely want to live in this room immediately. And yeah, I think my imaginary client would be very happy. Time to learn again. Why does this feel so right? It's because mid-century modern and sort of like this Moroccan, worldly inspired Japandi, Scandi design, and whatever it is that I've just created, it really uses a lot of natural greens, warm woods, rich textures, which is why if this is your style, your Pinterest is like 90% beige. So I feel like this is taking that an extra step, making it look lived in and like someone has collected these things over time. Um, and it like tells the story of the person immediately as you walk in. And I think that's the goal of interior design, or at least the spaces that I design, really telling someone's story, creating a vibe, creating home. And it's really got that I don't try too hard, but actually I do energy, and I love that. I feel like Layla would approve. Be honest with me, which version y'all like better? I know what my favorite is. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. They're actually really both nice in their own way though. Be honest. Which version are y'all rocking with? Practical and cozy, or summer in Marrakesh, Santorini, luxury? Let me know. See you guys next time. Bye.